This year's coverage of CES is brought to you by BeQuiet, makers of the new Dark Base 700 mid-tower chassis featuring a tempered glass side panel, front RGB illumination, and full-length power supply cover to keep your build looking clean in 2018. And also special thanks to Acer for providing out their new Triton 700 laptop, which I recently covered on the channel, which I'm going to be using to edit all of my videos here from CES 2018. Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today I am at the BeQuiet suite here at CES. Happy to be bringing you my first video from Las Vegas, and we're going to be taking a look at some redesigns on some of the most popular coolers that BeQuiet has been producing over the past few years. Right now I'm holding the Dark Rock 4, which is an updated version of the Dark Rock 3, which I've used in a few builds in the past. Most recently that Christmas build that we gave away just a month ago. I was using the Dark Rock 3 cooler in that. Absolutely fantastic cooler. Really didn't have a whole lot of room for improvement because the silence on it, as well as the aesthetics and all of that, were already pretty much best in the industry, and $70, really can't argue with that. One of the best tower heat sinks you can currently get. But they have improved on it because there were a couple of things that I would have, well, really just one thing that I would have made a complaint about on that cooler was the mounting system that they had on it. For those of you that aren't familiar, what they had was this little wrench that you kind of had to get in there, and it was difficult to access when you were installing that cooler. So they've gone ahead and they've looked at that, they've listened to feedback from users out there, and they have completely changed this around to make it super easy to be able to install the Dark Rock 4 as well as the Dark Rock 4 Pro behind me, which we're going to be taking a look at right now. The way that they managed to achieve this is by giving a bar that's going to be stretching right across the bottom of the heatsink so that you can easily access it with a Phillips head screwdriver rather than having to use the spanner that was included before with the Dark Rock 3 cooler lineup. So right here we have the Dark Rock Pro 4, which is installed on a Gigabyte AORS motherboard, and you can see that we've got this middle gap right here. Now when this is fully set up and installed, you'll actually have a middle fan that's slotted right in here and can be mounted with the very similar retention arms that we've seen in the past on some of the BeQuiet air coolers. But as you can see, we've got this screw in here on the bar system, which is now going across the bottom, which, looking at this, you could see it would be a little bit difficult to access as it's about, I would say maybe about 1 inch in past the fin. So if you were just trying to use a screwdriver to get at this, it would be a little bit difficult to be able to turn it. So what they've gone ahead and done is they've put screw holes in the top of the heatsink so you can just slide the included screwdriver straight down inside of there to be able to tighten and loosen the cooler as you need to. This is an absolutely fantastic system, and they've also got these little caps on top for both sides because you can screw it from both sides, and once you're done putting it on, to be able to cover it up so you don't have just an empty hole up there, you go ahead and screw this little cap in, and then it closes up that, so you just got it looking nice and clean and easily mounted, which is really one of the biggest complaints about ever doing a tower heatsink, is some of them can be a little bit difficult to install. And on the previous models, that was really one of the only shortfalls that BeQuiet had going against them, so I'm really happy that they have addressed this on these new coolers. The Dark Rock 3 is going to be retailing for $70, so no change in price from the previous versions, and the new Dark Rock Pro 4 is going to be $85. Once again, no changes on the price from the previous version of this cooler. And one of the last things they've done here to kind of revamp this cooler is just the color on it. I mean, just looking at it on camera, you might not think it looks all that different because it's an all-black cooler, just like previously, but they have redone the finish on the heatsink going all the way around. Previously had kind of a gunmetal gray look, which could look kind of rough in some light. It still looked absolutely gorgeous though, and still one of the better looking coolers out there. But they've just gone ahead and redone this, and it looks like a much more matte black finish, and it just looks much more premium, and just it's gorgeous. I think as far as air coolers are concerned, these are some of the best looking ones on the market, and definitely we'll be looking to use this revamped version probably on some air cooled builds in the near future. But that's going to wrap it up here from the BeQuiet suite here in Las Vegas, and just a very special thanks to them for sponsoring out this trip to Las Vegas, as I would not be here without the assistance of BeQuiet, and hopefully we'll be getting hands-on with this very soon in an actual build. We're looking at around the second quarter of 2018 for the release on both of these coolers, so keep an eye out for those on the channel coming up soon. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, and I will see you guys for more CES coverage throughout the week. Peace.